So once you have the company, you have to feed it and nurse it and take care of it, even if it ruins you.
Yeah.
The 3 years of hell.
Yeah, I sure hope it was worth it.
Not that I think, everyone should be doing these things. Someone needs to do them.
I think when I was, 5 or 6 or something, I thought I was insane.
And
I hope they wouldn't find out, because they might put me away or something.
You thought that?
For a second, yes.
When you were little?
Yeah, I knew they'd put people away. What if they put me away?
This is the mega pain way to make money.
Some people think I'm an alien.
A lot of pressure on whoever's running Twitter.
How does the business plan work?
I don't really have a business plan. At any given point, someone powerful is unhappy.
The company was bleeding money like crazy, and if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die. And it was extremely difficult.
If Tesla and SpaceX went bankrupt, I would go bankrupt too, immediately.
If you're going to try something innovative, then you're in unexplored territories, so the odds that something will go wrong are pretty high. Otherwise, you're not trying hard enough.
Like, massively painful and difficult. SpaceX and Tesla came very close to bankruptcy many times.
Just showing up is half the battle.
Even when bankruptcy was literally weeks away, I did not sell stock.
That would be insane.
Both those companies, I thought, had less than a 10% chance of success.
I didn't really think this would work.
Kept all the chips on the table and just let's play another round. A brief flickering of consciousness in the dark, like a little candle in a vast darkness. And we should not let that little candle go out. I was told by the banks that if I did not agree to settle with the SEC, that the banks would cease providing working capital and Tesla would go bankrupt immediately. That's like having a gun to your child's head. Literally paying the most tax that any individual in history has ever paid this year. Ever. Those bastards. Very long hours. I think what Tesla's doing is important to the future. That's why I keep doing it. But I was, bullied quite a lot. I understand what questions to ask about the answer that is the universe. Take the actions, like that we become a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species, if it's all about solving problems or being miserable. Why live? I mean, there wasn't any other way to make it work. But Tesla was the most shorted stock in the history of stock markets. It is a much more exciting and inspiring future than one where we are forever confined to Earth and never go back to the moon. And the moon was our high water mark, and that's all we ever did. That's depressing.
What are some impossible sounding technologies that maybe could work somehow?
With a neural link, you can increase the communication maybe by 1,000 or more.
Obviously, in order for the future to be good, we have to have sustainable energy. Be just focused on making the best possible products. I had to give them all the money, and then I didn't have a house or I had to borrow money for rent. That was pretty difficult. And then we managed to scrape enough spare parts together to do a 4th launch at SpaceX, and that worked. And if it had not worked, SpaceX would have died.
And at the point at which you solve real-world AI for a car, which is really a robot on 4 wheels, you can then generalize that to a robot on legs.
My strong intuitive sense is that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization. It's damn annoying when someone you don't like says something you don't like. That is a sign of a healthy, functioning, free speech situation.
I mean, just think of the various things you've been able to accomplish in a very short amount of time. You're a weird person, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I found it rewarding to spend all night programming computers. At this point, I think I know more about manufacturing than anyone currently alive on Earth. Physics attempts to understand the truth of the universe.
You do things that are useful to your fellow human beings, to the world. It's very hard to be useful.
I mean, I think the why of things is very important.
Learn as much as possible.
In fact, I don't even own a home right now. I don't have a yacht. I really don't take vacations. The one exception is a plane, but if I don't use the plane, then I have less hours to work.
Did you think I was also going to be a chill, normal dude?
And make life worth living.